welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, then you have to stick around because there's a pretty good chance the best games might even be coming up later today.
Yeah,
this
so
one, I mean, this one could be great.
Phase.
I mean, that's, I can't wait.
North G2.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible as well, I think.
Some spicy matches. Look at this pistol round. 2 players at the upper ramp. JDM down lower. Twist falls immediately. They're going to increase the pressure, though. Stanislaw, he's out of bullets, and it's just down to JDM. He's got to fall back into the site, but Astralis, if they just slow this down, they can have everything they want on this map.
Yeah, they still have the Molotov. They've swapped out for 2 USPs, and they're playing 4 versus 3. That's all very good news for Astralis. One of these days, Liquid will have to win a pistol round and then sort of keep the win.
Yeah, then they have to win the next one. That's the tough part. That's still an opportunity here. You can see Nitro very, very close up to Team Mid, and Astralis, I think it feels like their plan all along is to go back to the B bomb site, and at the moment they're just waiting to see if there's going to be a flank coming in because they have so much time to where they can just make Liquid sweat. I mean, you can see Elysian Connector, he's got to watch 2 different spots. JDM is just watching inner, but there's a chance they miss these timings.
The call for Astralis, though, I mean, having 3 men come out of Pop Dog right now is... that's really devastating to Liquid setup. Unless maybe Nitro can win the main thing, but the problem is if he goes down main, that's the kit gone far away from the defuse. Nitro looking for it, but he's been spotted, and, well, it really can't get any better than this. Another USP, kit is gone, and... how do you come back from this? It's
just the eternal patience of Astralis. Like the Molotov and a connector, and they don't even progress on the site. Carby's literally just watching Team A, just in the off chance. Great shot by JDM. It might be too little, too late. There's the follow-up as well. That would have been a nice one to have. They could catch Dupree overextending. But like you said, the kit's so far away, and this is just going to be very, very difficult. Now they're far away from the bomb, sandwiched between both players, and Dupree, there's one. He's traded off, but there's no chance here that JDM can win this.
No, he's just, I mean, finding device and trying to defuse the bomb is just going to take way too long. So, great effort, honestly. I'm really impressed by the retake here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and device is going to show up for the final kill. So, I mean, I'm kind of impressed that Liquid made it that close, but it wasn't enough.
No, it really wasn't. I mean, that just goes down to there actually was like a moment, you know, when Astralis went down ladder, Elige was there. And he rotated back to the B bomb site just at like the very, very wrong moment, just like 3 seconds before that Molotov comes out. And if he had been there to spot that, and that would not allow KRB to just sit camped at E-Box, watching towards Team A. And they would have to take care of him, and that would give Nitro maybe an opportunity to get 1 kill, 2 kills, whatever it might have been.
This makes me very happy, though. Double scout. See how this goes. Wow, Sip is very fast in the bomb site and jumping on the ramp. This could go very bad for Astralis, and they are going to try and back it up. That was about to completely unravel.
They back away slowly. You know, and I know you love this double scout setup. It's been a while, I feel, since I've seen like scouts really have a huge impact on these second or third rounds coming in.
Yes.
But it is, you know, the ability for them to bait the CZs, bait into those strong pistols when you're up close. And now, especially when Zipnix has fallen in a 4-on-5, you don't have a lot of great utility. You only have 2 smokes, 1 flashbang. Like, this is where those scouts really can be dangerous. They're both outside at the moment. You have a thinned out attack from the Astralis side of things, and you're not quite sure where you're going to use your smokes when you do want to hit this site.
Babe is walking around, so that's very dangerous against the scout. That could be a pretty quick death. Trying to take up a new position is Stan, and another body shot comes through. Now Astralis are in a lot of trouble. Not only playing 4 versus 5, but it's the fact that 2 of their members are so low on health. They need to finish this round off right now. If Liquid get any more leverage, then I'm not sure they really can bring it back. 30 seconds here, and they're starting to rotate the bomb back towards B. Even Dupree coming up from Pop Dog. Seems like they've made up their minds.
No damage on the Team Liquid side as well, and they have a stack towards the center set. That smoke is going to pull one away. That's brilliant from Astralis. It's such a small fake, but it works so effectively. Elige, big job to do. He gets another tag. 3 players have been tagged with scouts. They need these pistols into the action as soon as possible. There goes Stanislaw, one of the scouts. A 4th tag as well, but still no kills coming out for Team Liquid.
This is absurd. Someone from Astralis is going to die outside of Sipnix very soon. They're so low on health. Liquid just need 1 big opening here. JDM goes down. Scout still in play, and there's the kill from Elise. Taking 1. He's going to be dropped right afterwards. Dupree, device is down. Glaive, and now it's just all on Dupree. He gets the 1 kill, and he gets back around the corner. There's no defuse kit on Nitro. He can't spend the time. He has to go and defuse the bomb now, and there's just no chance. Oh my god. 3 kills, 3 health, and Dupree's gonna make a run for it. A round is won by Astralis in spite of all that damage. This is heartbreaking for Liquid. Gotta give that to Nitro, though.
Listen, one of the Team Liquid members is going to watch this replay.
I hope they don't.
And at the moment, I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this round for you guys, because you're going to be so angry when you see how many tags just came out that just weren't converted into kills.
Yeah, what is that? What is that? A shot per tag? Just try and forget it.
Yeah.
My God.
And I mean, I mean, it's just that one little fake, right? Because they're so light on the utility, or I mean, not utility, because the Liquid is so light on the arsenal. It's just 2 scouts and pistols. That one smoke thrown inside is just massive. It gives them the exact opening they need to just get into that A bomb site and then get into post plants.
Spotted 2 players, I think, Device. So that's a bit of an indication. There is a 3-man push towards Ivy, where Nitro was camping with the AK-47, but not going to get too much out of that one. So that's a real shame, because no one can even recover it.
The opening to this TF for Astralis has been a lot of like the death ball theory of Counter-Strike, right? Where you just grouped up, just overtaking a portion of the map. I think KRB heard the Molotov burn, and actually Twist just falls with it. There's a Liege with a kill. Zipnix is above him, but there's not very much danger in this round that Astralis can lose it. And Zipnik's just going to play this smart and back away.
Yeah, trying to get up from the ladder, but that's just not really possible. UMP with the double. That's another round for the Astralis team. Well, now it's time for Liquid to do something here. And I feel like the common theme for all of Liquid CT sides almost are just lack of money. They just don't have the economy.
That's been the theme of today.
Yeah,
really,
actually, the whole day. Yeah.
Both teams. I mean, everyone on CT sides is just really struggling. This is actually probably one of the best 4th rounds we've seen out of a CT side. You know, all afternoon or all morning. Op on JDM, and he's even got some utility. The only thing they're really missing is a kit. No kits whatsoever, but it is good to have Op with armor with utility. Stanislaw playing inside as well. He hasn't felt any pressure really or seen any presence, so no reason for him to call for a teammate to come back.
Still just setting it up. There is Dupree. They really put a lot of resources into him as a lurker, it seems like. I think he just put out a smoke on the other side, and now they're going to try and rush it down. Device will pick up Stan. JDM a bit paranoid, waiting for backup. That Molotov is going to buy so much time. Holding 4 people in a follow-up, and they still have Device with 1. Is he going to land it as well? That's just going to keep the whole Liquid team stuck for an unreasonable amount of time. Now they're finally going to be out at least onto the bomb site, but it's just a lot of time wasted here. Glaive gets traded fairly quickly. Dupree there with the spray, takes 1, and he's returned upon. But again, this is time that Astralis is just loving. The 2 versus 2. And there's a lot of time off the clock already. They're going to have to move back, Liquid. They can't do this. That's textbook.
We mentioned that exact play earlier in the day when we watched Virtus Pro play this map, is that ability to get the Molotovs into the choke points. And actually even Astralis extended it. Not only did they have it in the choke point, they had it on the ramp and even behind the train. There was just no way for anyone, no matter what direction it was. It happened to be 3 or 4 Liquid players all trying to get through connector. They just couldn't make it happen. And at that point, I mean, we mentioned the only thing they were missing that round was kits, so you just can't make the retake happen. You can't risk the AWP. You want to bring that into the next round. 4-0 for Astralis. They're playing this so well. And this is just at like a certain point. They're staying grouped up. This isn't like the most tactical game we've ever seen Astralis play. They're just saying, you know, we're going to find some timing and we're just going to hit this bomb site as a massive group.
Fireworks already in the A bomb site. There's 1 AWP and 1 scout, and that's a headshot from Elige. Good way to get started. Gotta be careful. The fire will eventually evaporate, and now can they actually make the breakthrough here? That's some jumping noise out of Twist. Did Device not hear that? Twist is managing to sneak through, and that's almost a double kill. Does somehow get it. Device will go down, but Sip and Dupree bring it back in. JDM missing maybe the one chance he had to seal this deal.
Yeah, that would have been a massive kill if he was able to turn that into a one-on-one. Instead, he's got to find some timing. Dupree's up next, and he's out in the open. So JDM's given a favor, a second chance.
Now, there's a minute left for a 1 versus 1. If you're on the CT side here, you really have to hope that you get it right.
You also don't hit tab, because you don't want to see that it's against Zipnix, that he has a minute to work with. Because that would just break your heart.
He is usually pretty good at this. Managed to sneak his way from T-Main back to Ivy. JDM is just sticking to this, which right now could be an absolutely genius idea. Oh, Sydney's walking the other way. JDM is sort of thinking about it too. This is all over the place. A lot of experience in this 1v1, and Sipnick's going to find the perfect timing to take down JDM. It's so close.
Yeah, I mean, it is come down all the timing there, but that's such a rough situation for JDM to put himself in with 180 degrees that you have to be clearing so very often. I think Zipnix makes a really smart play, though. That readjustment is, he's basically saying, I'm going to rotate around the map to where you just got a kill. Like, you just, it's probably the last place you're going to expect.
Yeah, really tough, obviously, and a big blow to Team Liquid. They didn't have much in that round. They saved the AW from the previous one. Tag damage onto device is always a good thing. Does not get the flick, but scary for a moment.
This is good positioning, and Liquid's got to get this going right here, right now. They can't bleed any more rounds away. This time Astralis has left Dupree over towards Ivy. They're going to send 4 players inside. Dupree's only got a CZ as well. So maybe playing an economy game, if he's flanking, you know, if he does it right, he just gets basically a free kill is kind of the idea, and then you have a free rifle. There's JDM with the opening kill. That's a good find. Stanizal's got to do some as well, and he does. He finds Zipnix right above the ladder. Great opening kills for Liquid.
It's incredibly intelligent from Stan, cancelling out the initial fight and going to take that upper fight. He does go down to the Molotov in the end, but I feel like he's done enough already here. 2 versus 4, and Astralis starting to try and see if they can make their way back. A little bit of jumping going on there. Glaive not hitting the shot. And now Kiebu coming in from the high ground. Don't think he's going to find a lot here. That was that little detail from Stan where he sort of stops the spray against the guy playing ramp and just realizes, oh, upper is the real danger.
Yeah, next up is going to be upper. This is... I am assuming that Astralis is going to save this round out since there's only 20 seconds and they're split up. And Liquid's got to be happy with that. Don't chase. I was actually, in a way, I'm almost surprised that Astralis doesn't try and go find some more kills just to punish this economy. Because this is going to allow us, Team Liquid to feel just a tiny more comfortable, you know, moving forward. I think the main thing that's preventing them from chasing anything down or trying to get more kills is, you know, Astralis wants to have that AWP. It's a valuable weapon to bring forward, even if you don't get the bonus.
Yeah, maybe they were expecting Liquid to just take a peek somewhere, get a
to do something.
Another rifle. Yeah, they've been a bit aggressive at times when it comes to that. 5-1 the scoreline. Things are definitely looking up for Team Liquid now. They have almost everybody in play, and the fact that they say 4 rifles means their economy is just that much better. And it's not like Astralis have an infinite bank here either.
No, they certainly don't. It's not the greatest, but I mean, the big thing is the 4 Molotovs, the 5 smokes that Team Liquid has. They've got 3 kits now, so they've got some things to play with. There's actually a couple rounds in this that Team Liquid would have loved to just have 1 kit that they could have won. And look at Kirby. Solo just bodying his way towards this position, and he's going to get the angle. Twist couldn't stop it. He did his best. And Elijah's going to be frustrated, but not more than Twist as he falls to device.
Man, that's a question of just centimeters. If that could have worked out, then Twist would have got the kill, prevented the other one, and everything would have been just fine. Trying for a headshot against Device, and he's successful. Nitro with a very important kill. Dupree still with the CSAT 75. It's going to be Sip to pick up the second kill, but it still leaves Stan alone in a 1 versus 2, and if he's out in the open here when they spot him, that is definitely trouble. But he wants to make the play. Instead of waiting for them, he wants to try and see if he can catch them off guard. He's been spotted, and that might be the end of it. Does go for the spray against Sip. That's an uncharacteristic mistake. Would have thought he would have been able to do that. Smoke is up, and Glaive will still win that fight.
You could see Glaive. He was actually like falling back. He was going to fall back to Team Mid, and then he gets the call from Zipnix how low that Stanislaw is, and he just books it right back. Doesn't even hold walk. He just runs. He sprints all the way back, just takes the fight as soon as possible, knowing all he has to do is land 1 bullet. This is not the Astralis from yesterday, Anders. This is the deadly kind that if you give them, if you're not playing your top game, they're going to put you away, and they're going to do it very, very fast. And Team Liquid is on the verge of just folding here.
And at this point, we should remind everybody it's an elimination match. So
yes,
Liquid have to find a way back, or they're going to be exiting the tournament. A little bit of a spot there on Nitro. Now he's going to be trying to play close. does get found by a device. Somehow Twist wins that fight with the USP. I can't really explain that.
Not even worth trying. But again, the A-bomb site is open. It's going to be a flank coming in from Ladder Rune pretty soon. That's going to be covered up by a smoke. Elige can't do anything with his deagle. Device is mindful of it all.
Yeah, some pretty good timing there. Looked like Stan was thinking, maybe he hasn't seen me. I'm not going to shoot yet. JDM almost catching the perfect timing then against Sip, but not quite. 7-1. What is the answer, Moses?
I think this is where, if I had to guess, Team Liquid, I don't know if this is necessarily the right call. I don't know if there necessarily is one, because it just looks like Liquid is just outmatched on this map against Astralis, but I think this is where Liquid switches into the double op setup. I think this is where you see Nitro bring it out. You have to see JDM have one. Yeah. JDM would be that rotator back to inside. And actually it just comes down to the fact that they didn't have the money. They had to drop the op over to JDM. So they still just don't have the funds to make it happen.
It's very rough indeed. It's time for Zeus to stop flirting with the admin and rally the team here. They need everything on the line here. 6 rounds ahead is Astralis. They keep buying, C-SEDs, UMPs there on Kirby. They are really confident right now. There's no head armor either on Liquid, on anybody. So that UMP can actually be very dangerous.
Yeah, it definitely can. And again, Astralis not spreading up across this map. This is just a ball of death that is going to hit into this B-bomb site. Molotovs are out, and if this goes much like the other one, the choke points will be blocked off. There's a nice shot from JDM. He needs more. He gets a second. That's huge. Just stick around for that second kill. Now you can fall back and be just a little more passive. You're going to find Zipnix up top. And the teeth have been taken away from this attack.
So what a round from JDM. Dupree alone, and he's going to get taken out. That's the quad kill. I think, did he even get the assist on the other one? Did. So very, very close.
Great participation for JDM that round. They need more of that. That's the winning recipe, Anders. Opera gets 4 kills.
And obviously Astralis had put the smoke in towards the C connector, but they were very low on flashbangs. Like, while 3 of them are pushing down the ramp, where are the flashes going over to sort of make life a little bit harder on JDM? I mean, he hit some great shots, so can't take anything away from him, but
don't have a great answer. I think maybe it's just the surprise that we didn't realize how low the economy is. If you look at what they're buying in this round, I mean, 3 pistols, an AWP, and AK-47. That's kind of shocking to me that already they've given this up, and it's kind of shocking that Nade didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it did actually.
A little bit onto Glaive, yeah. I was confused for a moment, Moses.
Thought it was someone different.
It's all right. I mean, it looked like Glaive was about to hit a headshot on whoever it was, JDM maybe. Elige, with the help of Stan from the grenade there to take down Glaive. And it is a fine start here for Liquid, and they desperately need it.
Yeah, they do need that opening kill. That is really, really good stuff. And also, that position is just so key, and he's fallen back now. But in reality, they don't have a lot of pressure, and that's a great find. Device with the op gets another pick, so all of a sudden there's a chance here, and this gives the opportunity for Dupree to move up and towards Ivy, lurk his way into a playmaking position, and there it is with the Deagle, but he misses the shot. The Deagle is a fickle mistress.
That is shocking for Dupree. He only made that play because Nitro threw the smoke behind Dupree, who was hiding there. Somehow Device comes out on top against that fight, but I think that might have cost him the round here.
Yes, I mean, that was such a sick play. It's a sick read of how the map is playing out and everything from Dupree. It's just, unfortunately, that one moment. We know he's had some stellar Deagle rounds in his career. This time, it doesn't pay off for him. Great shot from Zipnix. Still danger here, and Sanazol, thank God, he closes it down there. You don't want Zipnix to build into a clutch. A third, finally, for Team Liquid. I think they've got it. I think they can ease up a little bit because it's going to be just pistols for Astralis.
Yeah, so they finally made the space that they've been fighting for a while now. And even if they're behind, this can still be saved. They're not so far behind that it's completely gone.
Certainly not. Need to have a good run here, though. Haven't seen that double op come out, which is all fine. Nades into the choke points, slow down some kind of a fast-paced rush. Chip damage if they try and be too aggressive.
Was that
spam the damage?
Yeah. Or was it a grenade that was thrown in through the window? I'm not sure.
Could have been.
Stan is playing a very safe position here. And he's even got a little bit of backup. So with just the Glocks here, let's see if they can get the bomb plant down. There is a deal as well on Kirby. But Glaive is not having a good time. He's trying to avoid getting shot in the legs. Device on the bomb plant, and he will be successful. So mission accomplished for Astralis' point of view.
I'm surprised they let him get that, to be honest. The majority of the players dropping down from upper. Obviously, the AWP from JDM can't hit them all. Still, no real aggression to stop that plant, which, fair play. 4th round for Team Liquid now.
Going to be a big help to them. And on Team Liquid, I mean, even if they give up the bomb plant, the fact that they survive with all 5 members,
that's probably, you're right, that's probably the more important thing.
Yeah, I think that definitely feels good if you're on the Liquid side right now.
Also, because there's no utility on the Astralis side of things, there's no warning that they're actually going to start running into the site, so Stanislaw has no time to use his Molotov. He's distracted at lower ramp. Either way, they're starting to claw themselves back into it.
Yeah, they need to keep the focus right now. Astralis do have all the rifles here, and even if they've failed to hit this A site a couple of times, you don't want to count them out. And again, the same boost as last time, taking down JDM. That's a very fine start for the Danish side. Let's see if they can continue. They are spread out all across the map, and they can really wait here. This is what they've been doing pretty well on train so far.
The readjustment over towards Ivy. That's frightening, and that might be the information that Dupree gave him. He said last time we got a pick out in the yard, device boosted up, it was Nitro that rotated away from Ivy, so let's go back there after getting that pick, and they're going to do it again, and this is perfect. No one is watching this at the moment. Elige is in the sandwich. Twist, he's trying to do his best to see when they come out, but he's only got an AWP, and he's out in the open in the site. Astralis is poised to make this a punishing hit.
Man, Twist needs to be defended from Pop Dog. If they can keep that defense up, then maybe he can shut down this Ivy push. That smoke, the following flashbang, trying to get up on the train is Stan. He's getting caught on the ladder from the boost, and Twist has got one. They need a lot more. There's Glaive coming through, and he's going to catch him. Perfect timing. Elige is down as well. Oh no, Dupree with the final kill there. Glaive with a great double in the round. 8 rounds for Astralis and Liquid. They are not completely reset, but we're getting uncomfortably close right now.
That's exactly what happened. Is that's Dupree passing along that information. That is way too clinical in how they exploited the rotations of that defense. Because even when it was Caribbean, I think, who went left behind that smoke, and he actually turned around and checked the top of the train, which is exactly where Dupree would have said Nitro had played the last time this occurred. So
yeah,
clearing all the spots, that's a really good adjustment by Astralis.
And now, here comes the speed. This is the attempt at a knockout punch for Astralis, pushing Dupree all the way out, and he's actually going to burn alive in that corner. Not sure what happened there. Twist with an excellent incendiary grenade. 4 versus 5, and now, weirdly, Astralis have sort of come to a halt. Like, once you get someone that deep in the bomb site, usually that means you could apply the pressure. 3rd time with a boost, and surely... No, not again. Twist is going to be going down. They will get a great refrag there from JDM, but...
That's got to stop, doesn't it?
Yeah, that has to stop.
You can't be getting picked there 3 times in one half, and it almost feels like, what, 3 times in, is it 3 rounds or 4 rounds? It's been very, very short time span. Still, can Zipniks open up the other side of the map? Oh. Stanislaw is here at the connector. Now, I mean, there's got to be a timing where they rotate a 2nd player back and they get more committed. Yeah, it's happening right now. Stanislaw's pushing into the site. Nitro's here with him as well.
There's no grenades at all on Astralis, so they need headshots. Stan is going to get one, turning around. Now it's all on Kirby. 1 versus 3. Jumping down on low ground. Nitro playing this very smartly. Just wait for the backup to arrive. There's no point in fighting him alone. And they've got him boxed in. There's absolutely nowhere for Kirby to go, so great round here for Liquid. Really good adjustment. And you have to just love that. 5 rounds on the board for them. They need to continue. Like, they need the 7 rounds here. Yeah. More than anything, I think they need to win a damn pistol round.
and then sustain through the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, like nice. they need that 3-round buffer at the beginning of the next half here. No, like almost no matter what happens, I feel like they need that.
Yes, definitely do. And I mean, they need to win everything out in the rest of this half as well. They need to have exactly that 7. There's going to be a chance here. I mean, because Astralis is going to buy into this round as everything they possibly can. So winning this, they'd be back on pistols for the Danish side, and then there's a big advantage for you. And look at it. Nitro's going to get aggressive. Pop flash comes in. It's perfect, but he doesn't clear to his left at all. He doesn't clear that corner all the way. Device has been loving his time playing in this terrorist choke point.
Glaive taking down Elige. It's very hard to account for that kind of situation. Device does get twist as well, so it's such a brilliant idea for Liquid, but one tiny mistake. That's all it takes. No scope attempt, not going to be working out, and dupreeh will take down JDM. I suppose mistakes are as big as their consequences, and that was definitely rough.
Yeah, it really was. I don't know how he didn't see that. Maybe that's one of the 4x3 kind of situations, but you would have expected that, just kind of maybe losing track. And this is, that sucks, because Team Liquid, it felt like they were kind of, I mean, the end of this half, it has been great. It's just due to the bad start. It was, what, 7-0? Something crazy?
They were very far behind, so I mean, they certainly made a
late run, but it's just too little too late.
It's definitely rough. I mean, we're going to have to see how Astralis is on the CT side of Train. My fear is that they are going to be really hard to deal with, because their new version of playing Train is just so aggressive on the CT side.
Yeah, they're very suffocating defense, aren't they? I mean, pushing in towards mid, clearing all the corners as well. And dupreeh's always been good. Like, even in some of the older iterations, I mean, dupreeh's always been good at getting into ladder room. And then Xyp9x is just, he's one of those players that defines how you defend that inner bomb site.
Coming up with the final round of the first half, it is a tactical timeout here for the Astralis team to just calm everyone down and make sure they come up with a big, 10 rounds? That would be nice. Yes.
They'd be so happy with that.
They would.
On the T side as well.
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, this is the map that they picked, obviously. What was the deciding map in this series? Cash. Oh, man, that would be, I kind of wish we could get that. Like, that would be so much fun.
It's so possible, but I mean, the funny thing about this is we don't see Astralis picking Train too frequently, so it is kind of like one of these things where this is looking like a pretty deadly team on Train. Like, yeah, it's not Liquid's best map, so there's that benefit that helps you out if you're Astralis, but they're not even really giving a whole lot of opportunities over.
Oh, double ramp push there. Nitro and Twist. They do get a favorable trade. They can't steal the AK. That's a bit unfortunate, or at least not yet. JDM to take down Glaive, so what a weird round.
Just as I say it, they give an opportunity here for Liquid to get their 6th. dupreeh and Device in a 2-on-4. They still have big advantage against a lot of players with SMGs or pistols. dupreeh is not going to see Twist on the other side of that spindle, but he misses all of his shots, tapping his way. Finally, he lands it. I think that spells the end of this round. Device, he's got plenty of time, but there's just so much opposition. He does have the bomb as well.
And this after, a tactical timeout. So I think just a miscalculation from Astralis, right? They were thinking, well, we're going to go for the quick B hit, and then we'll close out the half, right? And that's just right into the CSET 75. So great news for Liquid.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, just by the technicality of that call, it was just they just win it. So really nicely done. Despite like a pretty rough score for a CT side of Train, they do recover very, very well in this half, considering the start that they had. Yeah,
they had 6 rounds overall. 3 of them were in a row, but the other 3 were sort of scattered along the way. And when you're on the CT side, that's so hard to deal with,
Yes.
It's a huge difference if you win all 6 in a row, or if you win, sort of like around here and there, because their economy just wasn't keeping up at all.
No, and Astralis just did such a good job of like finding the weakness and just like pressing the issue, right? Like once they figured out the rotation towards Ivy, once they figured out the Device was going to be able to get a mid pick on that boost pretty much whenever he wanted it. Those are 2 ways that Astralis just ballooned that half. Xyp9x spots the rush. Device is still up top, and where does he go from here? That's a sick clothesline from Xyp9x. He can get more as well. Device is going to add 1, and they both finally fall, but they've done damage. They've created some space.
It's a big kill for Twist to take down dupreeh. And now Glaive, weirdly, with a CSET 75 in the pistol round. Might have been good if they were rushing A, but for retaking B, definitely not ideal, and he's going to be dropped by Stan. That's a big round for Liquid. Now they just need the next 2 as well.
I know. Step one accomplished.
Yeah, just got to remember the next part of the plan. It's pretty straightforward, actually.
That was great. I mean, Team Liquid actually pushed down those lanes like very, very aggressively, which is surprising considering how much resistance they met. Like losing 1 to Device, losing 1 to Xyp9x, but still being able to make enough progress down those lanes to impede the rotations. That's pretty impressive, I think. And a double scout coming out for Astralis now on the CT side. See if they can do it any better.
I mean, Liquid almost made it work. I still can't believe that round didn't work out in their favor.
That was crushing.
I guess a little bit of aggression here from Glaive, and Device is behind him with the scout. Not quite pushing into Ivy, but certainly thinking about it. And all the way on the other side of the map, Sip is alone with the scout, so he's just controlling, or was controlling a large part of it. Oh, they're going to make the jump right in front of Glaive. He's trying to chase him down, but that's actually very difficult. That might have been the best situation there.
Yeah, that sucks. He just gets launched right into the view. Dupree close up, though. This is where he does so well, and he almost finds the timing. I think he spotted the feet.
Yep. Device. Oh, the re-peek for the headshot. He did get the body shot on JDM, so this is very tricky now. Does he want to try and push it? He will. And taking down JDM. That's some very aggressive scouting coming out of Device.
Yeah, that is some fine work. That is an all-star play that Device just made. And even rotating towards the inside as well. They have all the information from Dupree that there's one above ladder. They're just going to make an educated guess. This could be disaster for Liquid. They've got one smoke, one Molotov, one flashbang. It's got to do all the work.
How did they deal with Kirby in that corner? That's a really big issue. Well, headshot is a great start there, going for the spam. Headshot from Kirby. The Deagly can't get the second, but very low is Twist. He's got to be careful. Scout close range against the Galil. Elige comes out on top, but that's the bomb denied in the pre. Trying to fall back. There's only 10 seconds here. Elige out in the open. Dupree goes for the fight, and Elige is going to win it. Liquid barely holding on. It's so close, but they do win it. This time, Moses.
Heroics. It takes heroics to win these rounds. Astralis is making it so tough. And even though you win that, if you're Team Liquid, you really do just feel like there is like a certain level of hopelessness where it's just like, Jesus, it's so difficult to just win these anti-force buys. That's so sick from Device, though. I like that individual play to just get 2 kills over towards Ivy, have everyone rotate inside. What a sick call to make.
I mean, if he does any more damage in that B bomb site, that could have been enough maybe to win the round. Now, for the first time maybe on Train, there's a chance for Team Liquid to take a deep breath here and make this work. They spot the stack out in A, but it's really quickly
Gone to the other side, hasn't it?
Yeah, they're just running towards the B bomb site. And they're actually committing to it as well. Stan jumping down. They're just playing against USP, so even if there's a stack here, you can tell the cleanup is still pretty manageable. Kirby next in line. Device getting 1 kill, and that might just be all they get. He is trapped in the corner and goes down the Twist. That ties up the scoreline at 9-9. One more step. One round at a time here.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the good thing is, even though they took all that damage, obviously coming into this round, Liquid's going to have an advantage. And we saw Astralis take, capitalize on the same kind in the first half, just, the death ball. The highly aggressive, just overpower those defenses at every point of attack. If Liquid couldn't do that as well, like, they have to win the economy game in the second half. That's the way that they're going to be able to grind out enough rounds on this T-side, a map that they're not particularly phenomenal on. You have to be able to punish the economy.
See, early on, they leave Sip alone in B, which is pretty much what we knew they would do. JDM, he sees a hand, but no way to follow it up. Peak was not quite wide enough. Are they going to try and come back here and put some pressure on the people down at Ivy? That's the big question here. It's a very common setup early on for Astralis. Nothing completely out of the ordinary.
No, and what I like from Team Liquid right now is they have 2 players. They've got Elysian, they've got Nitro over towards the box halls of the inner site. They're just there to create pressure, create some kind of presence. You force Zipnik's back, and that causes someone to rotate eventually for Astralis to keep him on. Usually a lot.
He's definitely very alive, which is sort of half the bad side. Elige playing a dangerous game on the ladder, but no one is there to really catch him right now. In fact, Astralis are quite far back, so if there was a regular kind of execute, maybe it could work. Grenade, or accidentally almost blocking the grenade there was Glaive. Can he find the other side? It looks like it will be B, so let's see if we've been... Just used the last smoke. Only got 1 flashbang left to buy time with Glaive. Gonna remain on flash. Sip gets a kill on the other side and trying to buy time. Just flashing Twist as they come in. Elige, a great headshot to take down Sip, but Stan loses the battle on the other side. So now at least Astralis can focus on the retake.
Elige's trying to get towards CT spawn. He's going for the hero play. He might have just done it. Glaive's not ready, but the shoulder peek, that's brutal. Elige's in such a tough spot now, and Dupree's going to lead the way in the retake immediately.
on time, and he's going to win the fight against Glaive. Absolutely big plays. Device and Kiebu just have to run. Very, very strong round from Elige.
Yes, very, very good. Even though he gets spotted out by Glaive, that's a big fight to win. I think if he loses that, perhaps Astralis actually goes for this, because they'd be in a 3-on-2, obviously. But you have to look at this as well. This call to save is so good from Astralis. This is what kind of like neutralizes, because they have the next round, and they have an M4, they can buy some SMGs. We've talked about that. Those buys are still very effective, obviously. They can drop the pistols, but because now Device can add armor to it. You don't lose everything you have, basically, so you don't have to go down to that, that half buy and do a save round.
10-5. Device on Kiebu, on the other hand, on 5. What do you make of that?
They've one of the question marks that we had about Astralis when they've gone through that slump is where has all where's all the individual power gone? Though at the beginning of the year it was like a carousel of who seen that. Here's the push. Nitro's ready for it. There goes Glaive. There goes Kirby. And that on his mouse wheel.
Don't like to see that. Now the game, the AWP for the next round. Maybe it's going to be a quick one. Well, Device will win the fight against Stan, but how much effort should they put into to picking up these weapons?
I don't think you really put a whole lot of effort into it right now. It looks like they're going to send some people, some portions across the map, but I think the fact that the save call comes out so soon, and they've also got 47 already who is kind of trying to initiate the chase, good positions that you're just going to lose more at this point.
Flashing, Twist definitely wants it. Device is so much on point right now. I feel like the more they can avoid Device, the better it is. Just try and leave him alone. Getting a third kill. A lot of rifles giving up, and Device at 21 now. Yeah,
that's a weak chase down. Either way, this is nice from Nitro. Prepared for it, right on the edge of the smoke. Sprays him down. Here it's essentially over. So what comes next? Still with the AWP in his hands. And this is a really, really strong buy from Astralis. So another big, big test for Team Liquid. JDM's got his op. In the way, both with 16 kills on the Team Liquid side. JDM is going to grab an angle and see what he can find.
One grenade doing a tiny bit of damage. Not really anything. 11-9 here, 2-round lead for Liquid. Finally, they've had a good start to a half. Finally, they've put some pressure on the Astralis team. Now, are they going to go for the double fall down? That's incredibly powerful if anyone is there. Kiebu will have heard it, but now they're on the ladder. Oh, it gets a bit weird. He's going to get one. And Nitro's there with a refrag. My God, that's too intense for me.
Are you prepared for the push from Zipnix? No, he's not. Great, great play for... And now Stanislaw next. Lurking out Ivy. Just back turned as he turns the corner. Easy kill for Glaive. This round has gotten away from ideas. Some cool playmaking, but the timing is not with him at the moment.
Twist and JDM. Need your opponent to make a big mistake here.
Get 2 kills. That should be the goal. Get at least 2 kills. That's what you want, and then you see where it goes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was quick, and then Device takes the advantage of getting in the spot. Team ace for Astralis. All 5 players get 1 kill. And this is where you look at the economy and you just say, God, that chasing down that AWP the previous round was just not worth it, right?
Yeah, very hard to deal with. I feel like Device is taking up a lot of space in this. How do you stop that? Like down at Ivy, you sort of know where he's going to be.
It comes down to a lot of utility usage. I mean, there's kind of always that system that you can use, the smoke on one side, the Molotov on the other, the flashbangs. That doesn't always work, right? But it just decreases the chance of getting too punished by it.
Said you know where he's going to be, but he's actually on the other side now. For all side. This is, I guess, goes to sort of the depth of someone like a Device as a player, just how around. They're going to go again for the double fall down to Pop Dog. I wish I could see this work. That would be great.
You know, the first time you see him actually encounter an opponent, guy on the bottom, and then the second guy's just going to fall right into his crosshair as well.
Don't say that.
That's how it always works.
Ice is still over at Brown Holes. That's a long time to wait around. He's A bit clumsy.
Yeah. Small. I don't think he wanted to even show that much of himself to it, but Device is going to waste no opportunity. This is one of those games. We said it wasn't going to be, you know, slumping 2 days in a row. He said you weren't going to get that weak Device 2 days in a row, and he certainly showed up on train. This has been a masterclass, and even rotating, as is his style. Very, very difficult to deal with after that. And Glaive peering over the smoke. The whole time, the boost up isn't going to work. He's got a couple seconds of a... Even though he does fall, he's gotten the dink.
Yeah, Stan is gone immediately after just Elysian Twist, trying to see if they can coordinate here. One Ivy, one main. Elysian does get a really important kill, but the fact is there's only 15 seconds, so how are you going to get onto the bomb site? Device, he's got the line covered. Twist and Device ready to fight in the fire if that's what it takes. Twist goes down to Kyabu. Another round here. Astralis just having a really back in the second half, and tragically now they're close to being knocked out of the tournament, Liquid.
The great thing for Astralis is they're not giving up a whole lot of picks either. Like every single time that Liquid gets a kill, to earn it, player of their own, they have to sacrifice a lot of utility to get to it. It's not like JDM's having success off one person as they cross over to a train. But it's who's the only one taking those kind of aggressive angles and those aggressive peeks into areas to get the picks.
Tactical timeout for Team Liquid, just to figure out where's the weakness. I mean, we talked about Sip being really good. Right. So when he's playing there and Device is over by Ivy, there's not much map left. I mean,
it is. We haven't seen some of the ideas that you can have as a terrorist. We haven't seen anything like really fast pace. Maybe for the majority of this, you know, at the moment especially, they outclass them in terms of their utility. The tough part is, I think you have to find a way to get JDM to challenge Device, to beat him to a spot and just take up the angle and hope to... There's picking up the pace. Elish gets down, almost able to grab a second. Karabi comes down low. He's not ready for that. I think Karabi's going to be able to hold it out for performance, but the plant means everything to Team Liquid.
Yeah, it absolutely does. The lack of armor really coming in big here for Astralis. The fact that they just had the... with the... say just a moment there where you thought could get out of control quick, but it will be the Danish side picking up the round, and it's slowly edging closer. Obviously, they down. That's what I'm interested. I like the idea of the change of pace.
Yeah, it's almost kind of a bummer that they do it. It has so much success on a round where they only have the pistols, because I don't think Zipnix is going to fall for that twice. I don't think that Dupree's gonna bail out until that fire disappears. He's got a Molotov and a smoke of his own. This could be your Dream Anders. Nope, they're not gonna do the double peek. Fire of his own forces him back up the ladder, and Device a bit slow on that shot.
Yeah.
Caught sleeping.
Oh, there it is. The double suplex on Dupree. No chance at all. I just love that.
That's sick.
Credit to Team Liquid for keeping us entertained. Now what do? You have the advantage. There is 2 on A and 2 on B, so pretty much no matter where you end up hitting, you're going to be playing with a pretty big advantage. Right,
but there it looks like they've already made up their mind. They're going to have a lurker that Stanislaw over towards Ivy, and they just want to hit the center bomb site, because usually, more often than not, it's not that someone leaves the B bomb site entirely, it's that they just play so far back, and actually, Astralis reads this perfectly. There's a third player. Device gets here just in time, so they've got to battle their whole way through. Flashbang is massive. Zipnik still holding down the fort. Elish has to take this fight, but he can't win it, and JDM's doing all the work. He's got him in a 2-on-1.
Only 10 seconds left. There is a flank coming in, but If they don't do this, if he gets one kill, he gets tied forever. He sees the gun barrel almost taking out JDM. And coming in from behind now, Stanislaw making so much noise. Sip gets the kill. Last possible bullet, and now 1 second. Oh my god! They win the round. It will be Astralis coming through. That is an unbelievable loss for Team Liquid. They had him boxed in. They just needed a couple of more seconds.
You can read it on JDM's face as well. You can see just how frustrating that is.
Part of his soul escaping there, I think.
Oh no, Zipnix bails this team out so many times. What an important player to their success. That is so sick. Just able to spin around and get that second to last kill and use the bomb timer. Or the round timer, excuse me. Brilliant stuff. 13-11 now for Astralis, and they seem to have all the answers no matter what kind of a situation, no matter what the pressure is building in each round. Dupree there gets dropped, but Caribbean can kind of recover for him.
Trying to play on the ladder. Oh. Absolute confusion here. I have no idea what's going on, and Elige doesn't either. It's a good kill for JDM. Still a man down. That was a bit of a circus out in that A yard. Glaive does get down by Stanislaw. Now it's a very interesting round here. Team Liquid, is it finally time to bring it back? Whoa, Stanislaw send into orbit. And now Device and JDM, 1 versus 1. AWP versus AWP, so even the 12 health doesn't make that much of a difference here. And Device trying to jump to see if he gets spotted out. Obviously no bomb plant yet. Device waiting for the smoke to dissipate. JDM is on the other side. It will be Device to pick it up. Nothing is working for Team Liquid round after round. They're so close.
It's the star power of Astralis is just outclassing them at the moment. All the clutches going their way. All the critical mid-round kills going their way. Device having a monster game. I mean, this is the story of this series is map 1. Dupree is a god. Map 2, Device is a god. This has been impressive from 2 of the big-time players on Astralis.
Yeah, it's the kind of Astralis that we want to see, and if they want to make a deep run in this tournament, they're going to need it.
Yeah.
Here's a bit of a push towards the ramp. Kirby with a spray down. Oh my god, and Sip behind him. Crushing Liquid here in a must-win round. Nitro in a 1 versus 5, and they're hunting. He's going to get 1 headshot. They probably should just slow it down.
Yeah, I mean, this is where, yes, it's a dominant round. It's a 1v5. Unlikely he wins it. With 2 players with low HP, that can turn so quickly. And this is really, these past few rounds, really where Astralis gets heavily dangerous is when they have the lead, when they have the confidence, when they have the money. Now you start to see these plays made. Now you see the playbook start to get opened up, and you see guys, you know, getting let off the leash just a little bit. And this is so sick. This spray down happens so fast. There's 3 players here.
I mean, half the Liquid team is airborne when that fight starts. They're sort of, you know, just coming down from the jump. My god, 15-11, 1 more round, and Astralis are going to be able to knock Liquid out of the tournament. And yeah, I don't know, Liquid have... We're talking about minuscule changes, and instead they're winning this game. It's so close. Sip falling back. That grenade is going to be dead on perfect. 4 men stepping on it. And now he's rotating back in to try and take this kill. He gets 1 shot in the back by JDM. So much damage already being output. And Elige, he does win the fight. Even Galil versus Dupree. That's very impressive. 4 versus 3 here. A random shot coming through from Glaive and hitting Elige. It's not over yet. Liquid, they're still in it.
JDM gets forced out by a Molotov. Goes for the long-range peek and trying to delay as long as he can. There is still 1 teammate at upper ramp. Here comes the retake from Astralis. Device takes out Nitro. JDM returns the favor. Bomb is ticking away this whole time, and JDM just hiding in the smoke. He might have done it. Device has just got to stick this defuse. There's not time for this. And Liquid's going to win this round. It's going to be a 12th, and everyone's going to blow up, it looks like. And Astralis is fine with that.
Absolutely committed to the cause, I suppose. Wow, I didn't think they were going to win that. It looked like, especially when Sip has that grenade to start off with, and he sort of stays alive, looked like that was going to be another round for Astralis, and the win ultimately, Liquid.
Yes.
Overtime or bust.
Yeah, they've got to rattle these off, don't they? And that's a good start right there. One thing that has been impressive, this is closer than it may seem because of, you know, the 6-round stretch, obviously, from Astralis there is so brutal. But this is still just 1 reset away from being overtime. I mean, Astralis doesn't have the money to really consistently give this fight. Liquid's done a great job in these losses. Remember, it's been some 1-on-1s, some 2-on-2s, and it's just been the fact that, you know, the Astralis players have won them, but they have not been building bank.
So that's the conversation that Liquid need now, right?
What they need is, they need like a legit idea, because it feels like these last few rounds have been kind of like really desperate, fast-paced, aggressive hits, because they've just kind of lost an idea of what to do strategically.
And it's upsetting that the round that they win still puts them on 3 UMPs. Obviously, that's to get the utility, but still, you would love to see a really respectable buy coming out of Liquid. Are they going to go for the double fall down towards the pre? I'm hoping.
Would it work twice?
I don't see why not. It looks like they are actually almost, or they're almost setting up for it. They're thinking about it. Trying to get the info here is Nitro, and Dupree certainly a bit worried about what came last time. They're going to go and look for him. Oh, Glaive is there with a save, and Nitro goes down. If not for Glaive, I think Dupree would have just been double tagged in, and there would have been nothing to do. 5 versus 3. Liquid need a miracle.
And that's just a play from Team Liquid. They're not even trying to commit to any kind of crazy fight, right? They're just trying to gain control of Ladder Room so they can go on from there.
Oh! Said they need a miracle, then Dupree may have given them the opening. That seems completely unnecessary if you're Astralis. At 40 seconds, 5 versus 3.
Yeah, but Astralis is about to have the perfect read. That's Glaive, who's pushed all the way up towards Ivy. He's got all the info. Karaby's going to be the next one to rotate back towards the inner bomb site. It's going to be 3 players here before Liquid knows it. So they need to hit this site, and they don't even realize it yet.
It's now or never for Liquid. Flashbangs are in. Missed shot for Device. No scope at long range. Definitely not going to hit Sip. Trying to swing out wide. That bomb not quite being planted yet. They don't have the control for it, and Stan is almost down. It's almost too late now. Twist at the edge of the smoke. There's a player right on top, and he's alone. He's going to get 1 kill, and that's the end. 16-12 as Astralis knocked Liquid out of Epicenter 2017. They had so many chances, Liquid, so many 1v1s. I mean, it's going to be painful for them to go back and watch this, but if you adjust even a couple of things here,
it's not even really adjusting. You could see there was a lot of good ideas. It's just if things go in your favor in a couple situations, you get a little bit of luck. The timing changes just a little bit. Obviously, I think the big thing is towards the end of that TF. You know, I mentioned it. I think they look like they kind of exhausted all their strategic ideas. I think that just goes to a little bit more time that they get to deepen their map pool and work on, you know, some of the maps that are deeper in the rotation. And all of a sudden, you know, they get that much scarier. And still, this is a really good effort against